Germany rules, I think age of consent is like 14 or 15. So
Jesus
anything under
Christ.
15,
Oh my God,
just don't talk about it.
Who cares, dude?
Okay.
Oh my.
Because Germans are pedophiles.
Wait, Connor, I have a question.
What?
Someone sent me this, and I actually don't know about this, but I think you have like a past feud with one of our mutuals, and it's like he sent me a video of you saying like I'm pro eugenics or something, and it's like, is that something that is also going to turn people off? I have no idea about.
Yeah, is that
shit,
Gibbs?
Like,
and by the way, also not business with that
Gibbs.
shit.
Also, when we say eugenics, by the way, that's
Gibbs.
killing kids, so that's a bad one for you, Connor. Good luck.
No, it's not. Literally, eugenics means good birth. So yes, I'm for CRISPR. I'm for eliminating genetic diseases. I'm for gene editing the future of humanity. 100%. I'm for good birth.
That's a lot more reasonable than it sounded in the call.
Yeah, it's not eliminating black people or Jews from the gene pool. It's gene editing diseases out of human beings.
What if
Totally fair.
Never mind. True.
But
nice try, Gibbs, you fucking dumbass.
He's been spamming.
He's in my DMs too. Okay. Hey.
Okay. Let's just go back to. Could I bring up one thing?
Yeah, no one cares who's in your DMs.
Okay.
So Tali is,
Swipe
if you guys are okay, Tali is very upset.
No,
now.
she's a waste of time. Don't bring her on. Absolutely.
Dude, what do you mean, dude? Dude, first of all. Second of all, Wick, go fuck yourself. All right. I bet Wick jerks himself to sleep every night thinking about defending Tali, okay? I was not upset, to be clear. Dude, Wick, oh my god. Dude, why are people projecting how people feel? Wick was more upset than you, Tali. I'm gonna be totally real, okay? Whatever. Like, dude. Bro, I actually can't stand the white knighting actually pisses me off. Like, it actively, like, disgusts me on a visceral level, okay? I actually cannot stand, like, this level of white knighting.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
What's the TLDR on JSTLK? Does he still have any credibility left, or will he just turn into a Mr. Girl? Sorry to distract. Sick new icon Foodshops BTW.
Dante, thank you so much for the $5. The TLDR on Jay Stoke is that he was in a secret relationship with Cherry and they got back together, and he probably shouldn't criticize Destiny about his romantic relationships with mentally ill women when he's dating like one of the most mentally ill women in this space ever, okay? He's done. Alright, that's my view on Jay Stoke. Sorry, sick new icon food, by the way. Thank you. It's drawn by a fan.
Bring her on. I support bringing her on. Yeah.
Okay, fine, but I'll
It's
defer
not a waste
to
of
Destiny
time.
being
And just
mean.
to
I've
be
already been
clear,
mean enough to her.
if she's a retard, hold on. If she's a retard, do we all agree? Well, Soy Pill.
That she is? Yes.
Yeah.
We all agree.
Okay. So you think she's? I think she's retarded for a vote.
I'm sorry, dude. I respect anyone who's like respecting someone as an equal by attacking them than it is for someone to be like demeaning and taking away their autonomy by simping for them. Okay, that's what I think. That's legitimately what I think. In my opinion, I think I can make an argument that Wick is actively dehumanizing Tali by essentially treating her like a fucking baby, okay, in my opinion. People like NSE and Wick who are being offended on behalf of Tali, in my opinion, are dehumanizing her, okay? Because in my opinion, equal rights mean equal fights, okay? At least Soy Pill recognizes her as a fucking adult woman, okay? And is willing to go like fucking blood sports with her, right? Which is like the most respectful thing you can ever do in this space is fucking blood sports, okay? Well, like, again, it's just like absolutely unhinged to me how like these fucking motherfuckers just like are like just the most sexist people ever, okay? I think that these people are just sexist, okay? I think that's what's going on. They're misogynists, okay? You're a misogynist if you treat women like a baby, okay? Women better take it in this space or they need to get the fuck out, okay? All right? Mama didn't raise me to be no bitch, okay? All right? Put your paws up, nigga. Okay, all right, anyway, sorry.
Vote too, just to be super clear, I disagree with her vote, and I think her like grinding her heels in to refuse to say that she regrets it at this point in time is also fucking retarded. And I have this conversation with lots of Trump voters.
Why are you condescending? Is she not going to listen to you now?
No, that wasn't full scorched earth. That was just a little bit mean.
So just okay. So we can be a little mean, but not.
You guys want to be like slightly
totally
good faith, or do you just want to be bad faith?
Totally different.
Well, the point is, I don't know what you're actually advocating for because
you're saying
you're literally using being bad faith by running
scorched earth here. She was just being a little mean. Okay, you should know the difference, idiot.
But then, what are you? I agree, but what are you advocating for then? Because you can
first
call
of
it
all,
retarded. You're allowed to call these people retarded, right?
Don't
Hold
just scorch her.
You're just being a
Oh yeah, just FYI, nothing pisses me more than someone saying like that I am upset or I feel some type of way about something on my behalf, okay? I will decide when I feel upset. I will tell you when I feel annoyed or irritated, okay? I don't want a person who defends me going like, "Oh yeah, and that's why Foodshops was so upset about it the other day." Dude, fuck you, dude. I decide for myself how I feel, okay? Fuck you, dude.
Potster. Second of all, I said from the very beginning that I don't know exactly where the ruler is, and this stupid ruler argument is fucking retarded, right? I don't know where the heap of sand becomes like not a heap of sand precisely. However, here's a super key difference. I earned social capital with Tally. I'll call her retarded and still talk to her like she's a person and try to hear her side. And what I think is a big issue is that if you think another person is retarded, you have now elevated your position to them. You are the non-retarded person, you are the knower, and they're the unknower. And unfortunately for you, that means you're not punching straight. And you have to act as though that is the case, which means that if you have deemed all these people below.
She's right about that though. Sure. I mean, if you want to convince, again, I've always said, like, if you want to convince like a family member who is a MAGA supporter of like not voting for Trump, yeah, I absolutely agree that you have to be nicer to them, right? But on a public level, in a public setting, no, I don't think that should be the case. I think that you should actually be a little bit demeaning. Yes, you should. Yeah. I think you should be a little bit more like Destiny and Soy Pill in a public setting and more like Erudite in a private setting. Right? If you're trying to convince a family member of MAGA,
below you, if they are intellectually and morally inferior, then unfortunately these standards for you are going to be higher. And if you act both as though you are superior and smug about that, everyone will hate you.
So
everyone.
How are you not being smug, condescending, and mean by calling her retarded, saying you're smarter than her, and now talking to her and being like, "Well, Tali, this is what should happen."
I don't think I'm smarter than Tali. I don't think I'm smarter than Tally at all.
So you're also retarded, I guess?
Okay.
Well, I don't use retarded to talk about people's IQ.
This is what we're going to do.
Super smart. I just think that her vote was retarded.
Okay. No one listens to me on my own goddamn show, and this is getting frustrating. So what we're going to do is I'm going to read.
Good. No one should listen to you, Wick. You fucking pathetic piece of shit. You fucking dirt. You fucking speck of dust. All right? You fucking snake. All right? You little fucking... You pathetic piece of shit. Fuck you.
Read some super chats and make a little money today because honestly, it's more important than any of you or the topic or anything else. Then, come on, thank you. So that's here to say, I've no doubt you're a dub. You guys are left is held to higher standards because they chose to hold themselves to higher.
He could otherwise have, and that he could be leveraging in times when particularly MAGA is falling apart. I wish that you would do better because I think you're probably one of the more effective voices on the left. My criticism of Soy Pill is specifically your conversation with Tally I found distasteful, and I was unhappy with it because I think that you generally hold yourself to a higher standard.
Assassin
and I would
character
expect
to
that,
it.
even
Really?
when Tally is retarded and won't admit that her vote was bad.
Yeah, well, I'm much more calm now. So, Tally, what would it take for you to vote for a Democrat in the next election? What can I say to you to get you to come to my side?
There's not just one thing that you could say to me. And I just need to reiterate, I'm not saying that the Democrats should be spending any inordinate amount of time reaching out to people like me. I've declared myself no longer a partisan for the Democratic Party. And so there's a real question, I think, within the Democratic Party of what should the approach be for building coalitions. And you have people built in, the progressives and the more left-wing part of the party, who some of them don't vote, but maybe more of them are more likely to than the moderates, the people who are the disaffected liberals. So I'm not saying that this is anything that the left, that's Connor, I see you shaking your head. I hope that's not what they do. I'm with you, but I don't feel like I'm really truly not trying. I'm not trying to beg to be wooed. I'm here talking as someone who formerly voted as a Democrat and talking about, yes, all the vibes and the cultural things that ultimately pushed me away. I'm not pro-Trump. I wouldn't vote for him again. I just haven't come out and said that I regret voting for him in 2024. I don't know how much that'll do for anyone. I don't, can't change the past anyway. But I'm absolutely a winnable voter in the future. It's not going to be any one thing that you say to me, Soy Pill.
No, it's not about what I'm going to say. I'm saying what do the Democrats need to do to win your vote? I mean, like, you're a former Trump voter, and clearly we need to be listening to what you have to say about the state of the political vibes.
Allie, because I watched the content related to this, could I ask you a couple of things about like what was off-putting about Democrats?
Come on.
Sure.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Or maybe just ask her like maybe what it will take to win the vote. Maybe ask a more useful question. Yeah, I actually agree with Soy Pill's line of questioning here.
Is this where the conversation should go? Like, because
no, I still want to beat them up over their Mott and Bailey. I still want to come at Steven and Soy Pill for making a beautiful Mott and Bailey and hiding behind it and being like,
wait, what is the Mott and Bailey?
Okay, I keep on saying that being mean alienates the center, and you guys keep saying Republicans are in hell. They're in hell.
Because our point is that Republicans are the meanest they've ever been, ever. And this is the first time they've like won the popular vote in forever. So how do you reconcile those two statements?
Because you've already acknowledged that the reason why they won all of this shit seems like it was a mixture of global trends and acts of God himself.
Not just that, though. It does.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up now. Shut up.
So being mean is effective?
No, Trump did not win because of global issues. The Democrats lost because of global issues. How do you explain the fact that Trump swept with no competition the Republican primary after he lost the last election against the same guy who was supposed to be running again?
Why did he win the primaries? Because he has almost all of the like voices and names behind him because they were sick of Joe Biden. They wanted to get rid of Biden.
Yes, just like, hold on. If I say, why did somebody win an election? And you say it's because they got more votes than the other guy. That's obviously not what I'm asking.
Sorry.
I'm saying that Trump's divisiveness obviously didn't.
The answer is, when I'm saying not because he got the most votes. Sorry, if I didn't make it clear enough. What I'm saying is that he was an incumbent.
Hallie, listen to me. To them, you're a little itty bitty baby. I think coddled. Ooh. I have to more. To them, they're like, don't worry, we'll take care of you. It's okay. All right, we'll take care of you.
Right? The reason
he wasn't an incumbent, he lost his election. He was running
within
again.
The Republican Party, stop being obtuse.
When I say incumbent, I don't mean to use if the word is incorrect, I apologize. What I mean is he was the president for 4 years and had 4 to 5 years already of advertising behind him, which the years of advertising behind a name is super important. What?
Why did he win in 2016?
Because Hillary Clinton eats babies.
Because Hillary Clinton was so utterly
No, that's why
win the
Hillary
primary
lost. Yes, he won the primary. There were way more people that
because
advocate for your guys' strategies.
Split the vote. No. Fuck this. I'm not going to have you rewrite history right in front of me. I know because I was fucking furious. Trump had like 37% of the fucking vote, and there were 3 moderates splitting the Republican vote. If those fucking cunts, Kasich or fucking Rubio, had dropped out, then we would have rallied around a moderate candidate, and we wouldn't have this fucking problem.
Hold on.
And I wouldn't
Trump
have to deal with the goddamn Republican Party as it currently exists.
Trump was a moderate candidate. What are you talking about? Compared to fucking Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio, you're like staple neocons? Trump's policy-wise was a moderate in that primary.
Do you think MAGA is a moderate movement, Stephen?
In terms of, well, now we're moving south on the political axis instead of left to right. Hold on. I don't know why you're...
Some Republicans saw that he was a repellent, incompetent piece of shit all the way back in 2015?
Trump policy-wise was a moderate when he was running in the primary. The fact that he took like a non-committal position related to funding Planned Parenthood, the fact that he bragged about being in Hillary Clinton's fucking wedding photos and shit like that, the fact that he seemed like kind of indecisive or back and forth on like the Iraq war compared to like the hawkish neocons and shit that you had on stage, especially in the form of Cruz and Rubio, he was definitely more moderate than the other guys in terms of policy. He won because he was a...
Do you think... Yeah, hold on. I feel like you're talking past my point. Okay. Maybe moderate is the incorrect word.
Okay.
But there was something called the Republican Party that cared about a republic and talked about the Constitution of the United States and talked about freedom of expression, freedom of speech, the Second Amendment, family values, all that bullshit. That all existed when Trump was there. But Trump hijacked the Republican Party with a cult of personality. And some people, such as myself, saw that was happening in 2015.
But can you just wait? Can you think about? Wait, just real quick. Think
about
what you're saying.
Think
about what you're saying.
You said split the vote.
You said cult of personality. What was that personality based on?
Wait, but we're talking about different people, though, and that's what Tyler said earlier.
No. Why the cult of personality? Because it was based on being mean and divisive.
And that's appealing to
40% of the Republican Party being dumb as fuck didn't have to do with the original point that we were making.
It's not about being dumb. It's the fact that it's effective rhetoric. It works.
I don't know if there's a point that we should follow down here. I think we should probably move to the next point.
How many times did we hear because he tells it like it is?
Was it way more effective though because Hillary was like swinging at him super hard and he got to always claim counterpunching? Didn't that help his claim?
He literally had his audience chanting "lock her up." No, it was not because Hillary swung first. Absolutely not.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Trump was way more mean in that general election, and I was even asking why he won the primary. He was mean in the primary. He had nicknames for everybody.
He's a uniquely unlikely.
Did you spot Dev in the top right corner? Oh, I almost didn't notice him because he's not fucking talking, okay? And refuses to insert himself in front of Daddy Destiny. I'm kidding. All right. I can't be too mean. Okay? Dev, I'm sorry.
An act of God, possibly. It sounds like an act of God. Moderates were fighting over things and dropped.
Okay, so I can answer.
We're
to
talking
the
about different
primary.
people.
Just real quick, Tali, please. The 2016 primary. One of the reasons, the major reason I would say that the Trump won in that is because he's anti-Iraq war. That was why, and he was one of the few people on that stage who was anti-Iraq war. He was seen as yes, he absolutely was, and he was seen as
That's not the reason he won.
No, it was one of the major ones. He was seen as anti-establishment in the same way that Bernie was.
He was heterodox,
and he was seen as a firebomb into the system that was going to change it up. People didn't really understand. It wasn't his divisiveness so much. It was that he was seen as an outsider, and he
wasn't he like super effective in the debate? Like he was
very mean to all of them, actually.
Well, he wasn't just mean though,
right?
He was mean in the right way.
Yeah,
no, he was mean in the right
by
way.
shitting on Ted Cruz's wife and by saying his
oh my
dad
God,
looked like the
hasn't
Zodiac
that been
killer.
my argument the whole fucking time? You stupid motherfucker! I've been saying the whole time that he's been mean in an effective way, not in an ineffective way.
What does that mean though? The only thing you say is just don't go scorched earth.
What that means.
People like when you shit on institutionalists for institutionalist type things. They don't like when you're smug and condescending.
They don't like when you shit on
his wife ugly? Wait, was his wife ugly?
No, but she made that joke and he got really popular off stuff like that. And calling Rosie O'Donnell fat. Ted Cruz is what? Heidi Cruz is not that ugly.
Oh, do they hate Rosie O'Donnell? Is that or the period joke with Megyn Kelly or the jokes about McCain being a prisoner of war? Or like what are all these unpopular things that
I don't want?
Listen, chat is being incredibly nice to you, Tali, okay? I will extend no such courtesy, okay? If we were ever in a live debate with each other, bro, I will do unspeakable actions, okay?
You to have the exact policy. That's why we keep asking you, what is effective meanness? Because you're not against certain meanness. You're okay with certain meanness. What the fuck is effective meanness?
Probably not shitting on dead kids and joking about them jerking off. That's probably the line. I've said it 4 times.
Thank you, Kylo.
Oh, why? Is it because you can't contend with the point that I just made? Is that why you pretend it's a non-answer?
Well,
no,
so every other joke is okay. So is
it.
beating the shit out of kids okay, or what? If that's the only 2 categories of things that we can't make fun of, what are the?
Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. I don't want to do this heap grain of sand argument.
No, you keep saying heap grain of sand. You're doing the Nirvana
because
fallacy.
You're asking me for it.
We're not asking.
Look, as one lesbian to another, okay. We're gonna throw hands, okay?
You for an exact demarcator. We're just asking you in general.
Right and mean wrong. These don't make any sense. We can kind of get the feels for it. In the case of the primaries, my understanding is that the Republicans were shitting on him first. They were making fun of him for not being a real politician, and he shit down their throats in return. He was more effectively mean at their own game, which is why it unleashed it because he was counterpunching in the first place.
Rationalize any meanness though. Like, how do we go? What's the strategy moving forward? Tell me right now. I'll listen, Kylo. What do I do? What am I allowed to be mean about? What am I not allowed to be mean about?
I think the thing that Kylo said that was the most accurate is you need to pick your targets. So, and again, it's weird to talk about this when I'm talking about myself in theory too, but it's not just me. It's people like me or other people with similar dispositions or whatever who are center left, center right. it also depends on who your audience is, who you're trying to speak to, who you care about influencing. It is true that there are lots of people on the right, obviously, who are totally okay with cruelty. Those are people who you're not trying to win over to your side, obviously, yes.
Well, my audience
They're in
loved
for
it. They
eating
gave
the
me a
cats and
lot
the
of money,
dogs.
more money
They're
than
in
I've
for
ever
all of
made by
that.
shitting on you specifically and having a little 2-hour venting session. And then
Good.
I went back and I
You're
made a
right.
video
No,
to
you're
apply
right
to
because
Republicans.
because the far left actually gets more pleasure out of attacking
my audience is
heretics
far
than
left?
they do attacking your
Yes.
audience. It's far left.
It's the
Yes, it
narcissism of
is.
small differences. It's more fun to fight
Yes.
amongst people who are closer to you tribally
Right.
than it is to fight the opposite, because it's
And if
expected that you're going to fight the opposite.
And if I was having
Okay.
a town hall with a Trump voter, I wouldn't do that.
So my advice,
how did I die?
again, if we go back to
Yeah,
Steven,
okay.
would be specifically this. I think I've already said it multiple
Can we do
fucking
it without saying
times.
Scorched Earth?
Yes. No. Sure. I'll drop the Scorched Earth for today.
Dude, all this white knighting is crazy, dude. Cause I will say this, okay? Like the first reaction stream that I've done of Tally, on Live and Learn, like Tally can tell you guys, dude, it was meaner than whatever Soy Pill was conjuring up. Okay, 100% it was meaner. I was going crazy.
But also, why the fuck would that even matter?
Because it doesn't mean
Why that
anything.
fuck-
What does Scorched Earth mean?
It does mean something.
What does it
does
mean? Define
something.
it.
I can't. I've already told you I don't know exactly.
like when the
what
lights
it
go
means,
out.
but
It's exactly
definitely
what it
over
means, but
50,000.
that's a general
Stop,
thing.
stop talking over me. It's definitely over 50,000 grains of sand. I know that for sure, and that's the stuff that
What
I'm
is the
talking about.
50,000
In
grains
the
of
case-
sand?
Sure, one example would be right after a bunch of kids died, your joke has to be really, really, really funny, and it has to be more funny than it is offensive. Otherwise, it
This
won't
is a
hit
mean
well,
answer. I
and
don't
it's
understand what
not
you're
good.
saying. You're not saying anything of it. You're not saying that Scorched Earth or 50,000 grains of sand. You're just saying that the sand has to be appropriately colored. So then all these jokes are okay as long as they're funny enough? Or what?
To some degree, yeah, that's how humor fucking works. Typically, you decide whether or not a joke hits or not.
Okay, so then
its
this
level
whole
of
conversation has
offensiveness. It
nothing
be
to
a
do
little
with
bit more
being.
funny.
Then this has nothing to do with being too mean or nothing to do with going. It just
Why is this entire conversation like a debate on whether or not Destiny has a good sense of humor? Like, or whether or not Destiny is funny? Dude, it's so stupid, dude. Like, this entire debate is so fucking retarded. I actually cannot, dude. Like, this entire debate is... Dude, okay, let's think about this for a moment, okay? Let's just say Destiny's joke offended you. But let's take a look at the material rewards, okay? So he ended up on Piers Morgan. He won over Piers Morgan audience, presumably, okay? Piers Morgan looked like a fucking wimpy bitch during that entire segment because we all hate Piers Morgan, okay? If we think about it, it's a win. It's a material win. Okay, great. So it hurt your feelings. That's fine, okay? It hurt your feelings. That's great. Okay, but it's a material win. It literally is, dude. And now I bet Piers Morgan wants Destiny back more than ever, okay? Because he's content. Yeah. Material wins. If you only care about material wins and not it hurting your feelings, maybe we should take a look at what we actually won, yes? The treasure, the coin.
to do with being funny enough.
No,
Why
in the
can we not
case of
Piers
the
or
joke, I'm
audience?
giving you a
Okay,
specific
Piers
answer.
anti-fans,
My
there you go.
answer to you specifically is that your threshold of when you go Scorched
Piers has a
Earth,
lot of
which I
anti-fans,
guess
okay?
do you want me to describe it? You get super nasty, you go after them, you don't talk to them, you make a bunch of insane comments about them that go viral, and then that person will never want to fucking talk to you again. That's what I mean by Scorched Earth. The
Yeah.
shit that you've done with Asmongold and that you've done with Tectone. My criticism for your meanness
Erudite. Why are you so anti-content? Isn't it just better for content to be Nebraska Steve? Seriously. Isn't it better for content to be Nebraska Steve? Why are you so anti-content? Come on. Let's be real here, okay? Don't cut the content, okay?
specifically is that I think that your line for going Scorched Earth is too fucking low, and you are losing a bunch of
What should the
retarded
line
moderates
for going
who would
Scorched Earth be?
way more open to talking to you if you were way less Scorched Earth in the way that you didn't go Scorched Earth with the red pill. You
What is
never
the-
fucking did.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about when you say I never fucking did. There are a ton of these guys that I blew up. What do you mean?
Okay, you haven't blown up Myron, even though he made monkey KKK jokes.
I've kind of attacked Myron before, but I don't know if like
not
he hasn't
Scorched
like.
Earth.
I say that his shit is crazy. I don't know what else I'm supposed to fucking like. I make fun of the fact that he says the N-word. He's not really somebody who probably should be able to say the N-word because he's like fucking Sudanese or whatever. Like I don't like. There are plenty of red pill guys. There are plenty of red pill guys that I've gone like super in on. I've gone in on the fucking tapes a ton. I've gone in on a ton of other people. Like what Myron is like totally outside of like.
Well, yeah, and Destiny isn't exactly one to police people's language, right? He polices people's principles, right? As a Destiny glazer, as a professional Destiny dick sucker, okay? My throat, I have gone through years of voice training. Do you think it is to feminize my voice? Hell no, okay? It's to suck Destiny's big fat cock.
Like my area and outside of like everything that I do. If he was like if he was the top streamer on fucking Twitch saying fucking insane unhinged shit, I'd probably be talking about him a ton more.
Scorched Earth is whatever you need to do to blow up the relationship, whatever that would look like, which there's absolutely,
so
there is
Scorched
absolutely
Earth is
things that you
anytime I
could
make
do.
fun of anybody on the right in any capacity whatsoever, because that's what it takes. That's all it takes to go Scorched Earth on them.
You're allowed to go Scorched Earth, you stupid motherfucker. I've already said, just make sure that the people that you go, Scorched Earth over actually fucking deserve it.
Asmongold did deserve it. He was never going to talk to me. He was dodging every single conversation, even when he got banned.
Banned? I asked Destiny about the leaks.
He still dodge conversations, and he's making the most disgusting, abhorrent things possible on Twitch, and he's got the largest audience, and he's brainwashing to be fucking mega sycophants. What more would I need for him to go Scorched? Does he have to personally make fun of me?
First of all, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what that line would be, but Myron has said way worse shit. Way fucking worse shit, and you have not nuked that relationship.
Because Myron is not in any area that I communicate
in. Not nukeable?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't even know how many viewers their fucking podcast gets right now.
Who cares? What the fuck? Who cares about that shit? I'm talking about the level of social capital you have with people and how much you're willing to nuke it if they say things that piss you off. With Myron, you always couch what you're saying to some level of degree because you have social rapport and you're interested in maintaining it while criticizing him. I think is the right thing to do.
You're just wrong. The problem is that Myron is not like a soy fucking pussy. So you look at that and you're like, oh, Steven must not have upset him, but that's not the case. I made fun of the fact that I think his girlfriend had a fucking OnlyFans-ish Instagram. I made fun of the fact that he comes from the wrong place. We say the N-word. I'd call him a crazy conspiracy theorist all the fucking time. Like, I roasted the fuck out of Fresh when he had his whole crazy thing blow up. Like, I've gone in on him a ton, but you don't see Myron freak the fuck out because whatever, we fucking make fun of each other and he doesn't take it personally at the end of the day. Like, that's it. But with Asmongold, if I say fucking anything, it's over. And you're like, oh my God, you went Scorched on them. That's his strategy, but you're playing into it. Like, if somebody can be that disgusting and that mean to all sorts of other people, and they get that turned off because somebody makes a comment about them, then fuck it. Like, who cares? You were never going to appeal to this person anyway. You're playing their game.
First of all, what I'm saying is that in the case of Myron, I think you've done the right thing. I think part of why you can get away with being so critical of him is because you have a lot of social
What's the difference between Myron and Asmongold? Myron will talk to me. I could debate Myron at any point in time.
Asmongold might be a character where you can never talk to. That's super possible. I don't know if that's true for Tectone.
I don't.
In fact,
the fact that he dodged however many conversations, and the fact that he's now fucking slurping cum at a fucking donut, you know,
come on,
fucking
somebody
kitty
flaking
diver or
after
whatever.
saying
No,
yes.
I'm good. He's not. He didn't flake. Why do you think it's so accidental? These people are not flaking. They're dodging. It's obvious. We have Discord. There's a million ways to talk to somebody. I don't know how you believe somebody's like, oh, whoops, I can't travel, or oh, whoops, I can't make the shower. Oh, I can't do it. No, obviously the people are dodging, and then they rely on your understanding and charitability to just further that narrative. Well, they continue to act like a fucking insane person, and then the second you say something mean about them, a whole bunch of people love you like, oh, well, look, it's because you burnt the bridge. There was no bridge.
Sure, I think it would have been more effective.
Can I jump in on this friendly online conversation?
No.
Kyla, every single time, every single example.
Hold on, let Kyla finish, and then you can go, I promise.
Okay, what I'm saying in the case of Asmongold is it's possible that if you had warmed up and gotten a little cozier, that he would have been willing to talk to you, right? People flake all the time. Maybe Tectone was just dodging. Maybe he was actually flaking. It's super hard to know, but I definitely don't think that because he flaked a couple of times and he has some bad takes, that I'm going to nuke the entire relationship and any potential of talking to this individual. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's harmful. I think
was literally impossible to warm up to Asmongold any more than we already had. Like, Asmongold was literally about to invite Dan on because of this whole fucking crusade against Twitch and everything else, and Asmongold even flaked on having Dan on. So no, that was never going to happen. Intentionally so, not by accident.